Hello everyone, you're all welcome to Fingerprints. Today happens to be another Tuesday and we are here to discuss about this important topic. The role of fire service directives in managing workplace safety and job security during the rainy season. And so I have with me here DO3 Caleb Allison and Benjamin Luchu. We are going to dive into this important topic. So don't go away. We'll be right back. And when we come back, you are going to learn a lot from what is going to transpire. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Children have a very high nutritional demand in relation to their size, and vitamins play an important role in maintaining healthy growth. That is why we at Base Pharmacy Company Limited have introduced Base Vite Kid Drops, a multivitamin drop with 7 essential vitamins including vitamin A, D, B1, B2, B6, and vitamin C to aid your child's healthy growth. Base Vite Kid multivitamin drops have been specially formulated to help meet your child's nutritional requirements, helping them to get back to playtime faster. With Base Vite Kid drops from Base Pharmacy Company Limited. For further inquiries of bulk purchase, call Base Pharmacy Company Limited on 0302 672 317 or 0247 287 853.
This advert is FDA approved.
Grade A Academy is all you need. With our neat, spacious, and serene learning environment, we make sure your child is as good as gold. We also engage in lots of extracurricular activities such as excursion, career day celebrations, games, and so much more. Our canteen also serves the best and nutritional meals with your kids well attended to. And we are ready to enroll your ward from nursery, kindergarten, primary to JHS 1. Admission is currently ongoing. Locate Grade A Academy on the Mills High Street behind Enterprise Insurance or call us on 0542 426 803. Grade A Academy. We see passion and excellence. Are you looking for a media house for your upcoming events? Welcome to Omashi TV Production Crew, a digital station that offers live event coverage such as conferences, parties, corporate meetings, weddings, and live streaming on all social media platforms. Soft copies of events or production can be made available upon request. For further inquiries, call Omashi TV on 0536 772 262 or 0244 425 652. Omashi TV Production. Ajwa Twing Man can mean share.
We are right back and this is Fingerprint. So today we are going to talk about what the fire service do, the directives, the education, and what have you that they give to the people, especially at workplace and other places. So I have with me here DO3 Caleb Allison and Benjamin Luchu. So I'll give them one minute to tell you something. So let me start from DO3.
Okay, a very good afternoon to yourself and to Omashi TV and to all the viewers. It's a privilege to be here, and when plans were made for this particular interview or this particular program to happen at the topic, I was very, very excited because you realize we are in the rainy season and this is a topic we have to preach almost every day. So we are here to at least advise and educate your viewers.
Okay, thank you. Ben.
Yeah. Good afternoon to our cherished viewers. Today happens to be another Tuesday, and we are here to discuss issues pertaining in our country and in our community. So stay glued. Don't change the channel. You are going to learn a lot. And also, as you know already, I'm a fashion designer. If you want the best version of you, look no further than Lochu Clothing. You can contact Lochu Clothing on 0247 250 345. 0247 250 345, and we'll sort you out.
Okay. So that is Benjamin Lochu for you, Lochu Clothing. Okay, so now let's start. Let me start from Ben. So Ben, the question I want to ask is, why do fire service directives matter more during the rainy season? Though you are not a fire service man, I'll start from you.
Yeah. Thank you once again. You know, we live in an era whereby water has become an essential tool in our everyday lives. But if precaution or measures are not being used, it becomes a dangerous tool. Meanwhile, it was given to us to be something that will benefit us. But if precautions are not taken, it becomes a dangerous tool. And why we are supposed to follow precautions or measures are because during rainy season, there is this myth that lives among us that when there is much water, there is no fire. So we pay less attention to certain measures or precautions that we are supposed to pay attention to. And what are these precautions? Faulty electrical materials lying there. Even when I was coming, there was a wire that fell on the road.
Okay.
And now drivers were scared.
At which side?
When I was coming from Circle,
Okay.
towards the Kolebu Road.
Oh, okay.
Now drivers were scared to use that stretch. But if precautions were taken, this wire wouldn't have fallen for drivers to be scared.
Okay.
You see, so those are some of the precautions that one need to take. And also in our homes, our cylinders sometimes get leaky that we don't notice when it's rainy season, because we don't get to hear the scent, or we don't get to smell it during the rainy season. So sometimes these are some of the precautions that as individuals we need to take when, in our homes as well, and also in our environment too. Sometimes when we see let's say even in our homes, our plugs, sometimes the top, the bigger part of it gets cut, and instead of fixing a new one, we want to connect the wire itself. And sometimes during rainy seasons, when you don't take time and you apply these measures, it may get to something else and our houses may catch fire. Yeah, so these are some of these precautions that we need to take as individuals to prevent fire. And also as individuals, sometimes we don't need people to tell us that do this before you need to do. At least during rainy seasons, you need to pay attention to your surroundings, so that every year we go on TV, radio to precaution people that we are entering into the rainy season. So much precautions need to be taken, but you still find people falling victims to rain. So as individuals, we need to pay careful attention to our environment and ourselves also. We need to conscientize ourselves that during the rainy season, what do I need to do so that I won't fall victim to rain precautions or rain problems that comes with rain as well.
Okay,
yeah, thank you.
Okay. You see, you are not a fireman, but as you were outlining the things, DO3, I can see it's nodding. So you have given us the theory. Yeah. Now we are coming to the practical. The man himself is here. So DO3, yes, it's your turn now. So the question again, why do fire service directives matter more during the rainy season?
Yeah, thank you very, very much. I was nodding my head because I was very happy with the CEO. And you realize that this gives me encouragement that our education is also going far, and realize that citizens in the country are also accepting safety. Because most of the times when you go visit, people talk to safety to them about safety, realize that there's a bit of as if they don't really need it. But safety is something everybody needs. And as you said in your question, we're in the rainy season, and the Ghana National Fire Service, even though our name is Fire Service, we do other things too. We offer rescue services. So let's say maybe somebody is trapped, we go and rescue the person. Let's say maybe since the rains, after maybe the water or the floods are taking somebody away, we offer those services too. And this was quite recently at Achimota when there was a tree that had fallen on the main street. We had to go and make sure that all road users were safe. So we realized that we don't only put out fire. And it seems this year the rain is coming with extra vigor and extra force. So that means that we also have to prepare for it adequately. One thing we always say is prevention is better than you curing. So one thing we always do is our inspections, our safety inspections. We have to go to every organization, every workplace, and make sure that we offer or we inspect their premises. Now, welfare officers come to your business, don't see it as if they come to disturb you. It's because of your own good. That is why you find. So even if you see a fire service officer at your workplace, you should be happy because they are there to make sure that all your shortcomings are corrected. One thing we usually don't pay attention to is leakages in roofs.
Roofs.
Yes, roof leakage is a very, very important factor that we usually overlook. Sometimes when it starts raining, we see the leakages. The moment the rain stops, there's no rain again, we forget to fix it until the rains come back again. But it's very, very important for you to sort all these things out. Now the issue is that, let's say it rains and it leaks through your roof into your ceiling. Realize that we have electrical wirings in your ceiling.
Yes.
Imagine water and electrical cables, which maybe has a small crack on it. There will be sparks, and that can cause fire. Just a leakage on the roof can cause fire. So someone will say, oh, I left home, I put off everything, but still fire happened. It was raining, so how can fire happen? During rains, it will surprise you, but this is a fact. Anytime it starts raining, the number of fire calls we get, the National Fire Service doubles. It doubles. Before we had to attend to a fire call at Dansoman. Right before we got here. So it should tell you that there are lots of things that we need to put in place. We are doing good, but we need to get to better. We can get to best.
So now we are delving into the practicality.
To add up to what Duo3 just said, I think, was it last year or early this year, around Mount Produce, just here where the Chinese factory, it was rainy season like this, when the factory got into fire. I think if proper measures were placed, I think per the research they said they were smoking, so the piece they threw it away and it fell on one of the plastics and it caught fire. So I think we need to pay so much attention to fire. I think in this country, when it's dry season, we pay so much attention to fire than when it's rainy season.
Really?
Yeah, because during dry season, we know that the later chance we give to fire, it will spark. But the rainy season, as I said earlier, the myth that when there is much rain, there's no fire. So we think that, during rainy season, there's small chance the fire gets, the water will just quench it. But it doesn't happen like that. Even June 3 happened at Circle. It was during this rainy season. That day rain was falling. Why didn't the rain quench the fire? You see. So as individuals, we need to conscientize ourselves that even though there's much rain, don't think that it will quench fire. Fire is something you can't play with when it's being given the chance.
So fire is something you can play with. Do you have something to add? Or
yes. So you'd realize that picking some words also from CEO, he said something about looking around your environment. It is very, very important. Sometimes your next neighbor maybe the building used to be an apartment. Then all of a sudden you realize that it's turned into a storage, a warehouse. You should let us know.
That you should let the fire service know,
yes.
The Ghana Fire Service, in case of something of that sort.
Yes.
What you said. What
yes.
you said.
So let's say it was for an apartment, a dwelling place. Then all of a sudden it's converted into a storage or a warehouse. you should let us know.
Okay.
You might say that, oh, it's not my building, so I don't care. But if anything should happen, it will affect you. Just like the example CEO gave. It happened at behind Radio Gold, where the Chinese warehouse got burnt. And you realize that it was in a residential building. It was a residential building that had been turned into a warehouse, which was not supposed to be so. So you realize that they had packed a lot of these rubber products there. So because of that, the fire also went out of proportion, which was not supposed to be in a residential area. So please, if you see any of these things, let us know. Tell us. You can, yes, we will keep you anonymous. Maybe someone will say, because maybe if I tell that my neighbor might not be friends with me again, but you will remain anonymous. Then we'll come and do a necessary investigation. Then we make sure that everything is put in place.
Okay, so let me start from you again. I have this question. Now, so how do these directives help protect jobs?
Okay. All right. So realize that I did say that we offer inspections and other services too. So let's imagine that none of these things happen and then businesses keep burning. You lose your capital. Exactly. You render people unemployed. And this will put more burden on our economy, on people in the country. So you realize that it's more of like should I say, a domino effect. One will kick the other, and then it will be increasing the already, or let's say, the situation in our country.
Yes.
So that is why I always say this. Not that I'm trying to maybe make the fire service look big and all that, but it's important. Ghana National Fire Service is very, very important for the country in terms of, let's say, economy-wise, anything, everything else. Fire service is needed very, very much. Because imagine, let's say, there's no fire service here. Look at the number of filling stations and gas stations we have around. If anything goes wrong, who would try to put out the fire? These are things you need to put in place. Some businesses, before they establish their businesses in the country, check all of these things before they would start their business in your country. And you realize that most of these big businesses in let's say, Africa have their headquarters in Ghana. So ask yourself why. I can say for a fact that if we should take, let's say, Africa as a whole, we are part of the top 3 best firefighters in Africa.
Oh, do you want to say it again?
Top 3 best firefighters in Africa. So that should tell you why businesses also like coming to Ghana, because they know that for if anything should happen, we have a formidable fire service team which can help avert any disaster. And that doesn't mean that we have everything. No, but the things we have, we are trying our best with them. I hope you understand.
Okay. So you have revealed the clandestine of the reason why people from outside, they normally come to fetch their warehouses and their big things here. Yes. Okay, let me go to Ben.
Yeah, when directives are not being followed, companies most often run at a loss, because let's say if a company should catch fire, it doesn't affect just that company. If you don't take time, it affects maybe about 2-3 companies that follow. So when it happens like that, it becomes a cost for this company to bear. You have not even finished with your own. Now you are thinking of solving another person's own. So it comes with these burdens if directives are not being followed. And even in our homes, when our faulty electrical gadgets and regulations are not being followed, sometimes we burn someone's house. And it happened at my place. A lady, I think that day there was a light out, and the lady on a candle to sleep. So she forgot herself, and the candle burned her till there was a rubber around the candle. So the rubber caught fire and it caught an electrical gadget. Before they will realize, the room she was in caught fire and the other room started catching fire. So that means you have put in extra burden on the landlord, which he or she didn't plan for. So you have to find room for shelter for all these people. So we need to pay so much careful to these directions, so that as individuals we will not put so much burden on ourselves and on the nation as a whole. Sometimes individual causes fire, whereby it affects the nation too, which it's not the government's fault, but carelessness. If you look at what happened at Akosombo, when they said one of the power sectors, their transformer got fire, it wasn't the government's fault. It's an individual who didn't pay attention to his job or negligence that caused. So with this, the government have to cough out another money to repair all these transformers. It has putting burden on the government. So I'll plead that individuals, we should pay so much attention to fire, because fire is not something we need to joke with during this rainy season.
Okay, before I come to do I want to just ask you something about the fire that you said spark in the ladies' room or whatever.
Yeah.
So what happens to the lady?
So they've they've shut the house down.
Now the Homo sapien,
Per the lady, I think she got another place.
She didn't bend.
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
They felt the smell, so that was where they started drawing attention.
Okay.
So the fire service people has shut the place down.
Oh, okay.
So now no one is living in the house.
Oh, okay. So DO3 and his people shut the place down because they don't want I mean people to perish.
Yeah.
Okay, now and DO3. You see, we show some pictures about fire service personnel. I can see they go to like these ones. They go to people's places. So when they go like this, what happens?
Okay, so most times we have this, with the fire, we have different directorates.
Okay.
So you realize that these people are under the safety directorate. So they are mandated to go around and preach the gospel of fire safety. So we go to markets, businesses, schools, anywhere. If you can sit in the car and then you could just decide to preach the gospel in the car according to fire safety. Yes, so realize that we go almost anywhere and everywhere. So let's say if maybe you are in Kolebu, the fire station in Kolebu takes charge of all residents and businesses inside Kolebu to make sure that they also spread the message. And like what we are even doing right now, this is also another way of us spreading the gospel of fire safety. So that is what we saw in the pictures. And you realize that there are some people who are so welcoming when you come to them to talk to them about fire safety. But there are others too who will look at you in a certain level. It will even kill your vim sometimes, but we still move.
That's your job. So you have to, you can't get everything smooth.
To add up to what DO3 said, there are so many homes in this country that there are no fire extinguishers. There are so many homes, even some residential areas, they do not have fire extinguishers. So I will plead that the landlords and the landladies and caretakers of our homes should make sure that every home has fire extinguisher. And I also plead with DO3 that they should keep on announcing that every home should make sure to have a fire extinguisher, because you may not know when fire will come. Fire is like God. You don't know when fire will come. So at least if you have a fire extinguisher in your house and there should be some shege with fire, at least you can use your fire extinguisher to quench it off.
Okay, well said. So ADO3 is here, that is their job, and they are on it, they are doing it. So in case such a thing happen, what do you do? What Ben said right now. Because last time you let us know that even some people do not know how to use the fire extinguisher. Yes. So in case of this, though the education is going on, so what do you do?
Okay, so in case there's a fire, there's a simple method in using the fire extinguisher. I wish we had one here, then I could have maybe demonstrated on how to use it. But we can do theory next time. Then we'll do the practical aspect. So there's a simple method. There's an acronym: PASS, PASS, PASS. So the first P, you pull the pin. There's a safety pin in the fire extinguisher at the tip of the fire extinguisher. So if you don't remove that safety pin, no matter how hard you press it, no gas will come out. You have to take the pin out. So that's the first P, pull out safety pin. Then the A, you hold. You realize there's a black nozzle on the fire extinguisher where you have to hold and then direct it to the fire. So the A is aim.
Okay.
You aim at the base of fire. You don't aim at the flames. Sometimes you aim at the flames and then you might end up wasting the fire extinguisher. So you aim at what exactly is burning. So let's say maybe it's this table that's burning. You aim at the flower. Maybe that's the main thing that's burning. You don't aim at the sides of the table. So you aim and then you squeeze the lever.
Okay.
Without squeezing the lever, the contents will never come out.
At least we need demonstration.
Yes,
Precisely. We have
realize that it's already an extinguisher.
So
Yes, so you squeeze the lever and then you sweep. You don't just squeeze and hold it. You squeeze and sweep from left to right. You don't squeeze and stop.
Okay.
You squeeze until the fire goes out. It's very simple. PASS, pass. So you pull, you aim, you squeeze, and then you sweep.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next time we'll be here. We'll set a small fire, then we'll do a little demonstration.
It is very important.
Very, very,
it is very important. Please, you can also put the lines on the screen in case someone wants to call and also want to bring his or a suggestion or anything at all. Then we can also allow the person. So, Ben, do you have something to add to what ADO3 says?
Yeah. So I think the education has to go on because there are most of us that do not even know anything about fire extinguisher. We would think that there are level people in this country that do not even have idea about fire extinguisher. Theirs is to go and come. So if the education can keep on going, so that people will get used to the fire extinguisher. It's like this country, we take everything for granted. So I think ADO3 and its people have to keep the education going on.
Okay. So ADO3, in case maybe a warehouse or maybe a company or a firm or what have you got an inferno fire, and your people realize that these people they don't have fire extinguishers. Is there any law that can affect those people that they have to be penalized or something of that sort?
Yes, there is. And with the rank, we've taken the A away. So now it's only DO3. We've taken the A. The A is no longer part. Yes.
I mentioned ADO3.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I understand. Okay, so yes, there are laws. You know, sometimes realize that you would think that there are no laws until you find yourself at the wrong side. There are laws. There is no, or there should be no commercial building that doesn't have a fire cover. When we talk of fire cover, that means you are talking of your fire extinguisher, talking of your safety devices, let's say your smoke detectors, your emergency lights, your exits, all these come in. That is why even before you even build your factory, you should come to the Ghana National Fire Service with your plan. When you come with your plan, then we'll advise you on things to change and what to put here. And let's say maybe make the exit 2, make the exit 3. Then we advise you on that, and we advise you on number of extinguishers you will need for the building. Now you go ahead and build, and then let's say you don't listen to us. We come there, we realize that you do not have the necessary things there. We have every right per the law to close you down and prosecute you.
Okay.
Yes, you have every right to do that. It is part of the laws. We have the law backing us. Yes, so it's punishable. But you find a lot of people delving or doing more of such things. And one other thing to also take for granted is that there's something we call the fire certificate.
Okay,
the moment fire officers come to you and inspect your premises and make sure and are convinced that you are fire safe, then we'll issue you a fire certificate. But this is renewable yearly, like an insurance, like your roadworthy and other things. It's renewable yearly because maybe you might have changed some things in your workplace. So you also have to come back every year and conduct an inspection again to make sure that everything is in order. Okay. And these fire certificates can also help you acquire your insurances and other stuff. So there are some businesses, if you don't have a fire certificate, they won't work with you. Because why should I invest in you when you are not fire safe? Yes, so it is very, 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 very necessary. But I realize that the issue we have here is that there are a lot of businesses that have not even registered. Somebody can start a small business in a container and then gradually start expanding. But then no matter how small your workplace is, make sure you are fire safe. I'm not saying that getting a fire extinguisher means that maybe your place will not burn. But at least if it should happen, you have something that can fight against it than waiting and then the fire turns into something else.
Okay. So to wait until the inferno or the fire turns into something else. We're going for short commercials. When we come back, we will continue this important topic. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Children have a very high nutritional demand in relation to their size, and vitamins play an important role in maintaining healthy growth. That is why we at Base Pharmacy Company Limited have introduced Base Vite Kid Drops, a multivitamin drop with 7 essential vitamins including vitamin A, D, B1, B2, B6, and vitamin C to aid your child's healthy growth. Base Vite Kid multivitamin drops have been specially formulated to help meet your child's nutritional requirements, helping them to get back to playtime faster. With Base Vite Kid drops from Base Pharmacy Company Limited. For further inquiries of bulk purchase, call Base Pharmacy Company Limited on 0302 672 317 or 0247 287 853.
This advert is FDA approved.
Grade A Academy is all you need. With our neat, spacious, and serene learning environment, we make sure your child is as good as gold. We also engage in lots of extracurricular activities such as excursion, career day celebrations, games, and so much more. Our canteen also serves the best and nutritional meals with your kids well attended to. And we are ready to enroll your ward from nursery, kindergarten, primary to JHS 1. Admission is currently ongoing. Locate Grade Aim Academy on the Mills High Street behind Enterprise Insurance or call us on 0542 426 803. Grade Aim Academy. We say passion and excellence. Are you looking for a media house for your upcoming events? Welcome to Omashi TV Production Crew, a digital station that offers live event coverage such as conferences, parties, corporate meetings, weddings, and live streaming on all social media platforms. Soft copies of events or production can be made available upon request. For further inquiries, call Omashi TV on 0536 772 262 or 0244 425 652. Omashi TV Production. A drag swing man can mean share.
Ghana bi gamanti asio mi bi fe ami penye gemba asaga ne fe hunu o ya hen strut ibona fe ni bi ni gba. We are right back, and this is Fingerprints. We are still on the same topic about what directives that the fire service give and how it is going to help companies, factories, and what have you. So now let me come to you, Ben. So Ben, now what are some key requirements businesses should expect under the directives?
Yeah, as a business, or if you are establishing a business, there are certain key requirements that you, as a business owner, you need to expect. One, making sure that drainages around you are clean. When I was coming on the Kolebu Road, the drainage, it's choked to the extent that the gutter, the water is not passing through the gutter again. Now it has flooded the whole road. So our driver has to park for a while for the level of the water to reduce before he can move on. You realize that even there are so many businesses there that at least they can clear the gutter so that they will not be affected by this rain. At the end of the day, you go and check. This same water will destroy some of these businesses. And whose fault is it? It's their own fault. They've refused to clear the drainage that is in front of them. And also, as businesses, you need to make sure that all your electrical installations are water safe. Because if there should be an electrical fault and there should be rain, sometimes even thunder causes fire. When the thunder strikes like that, maybe it hits on an faulty electrical gadget, then all of a sudden, fire guts. So we need to make sure that as a company, all our electrical, I'm including myself because I'm a company owner, so we need to make sure that all our electrical installations are water safe. And also, we need to make sure that all floors are being kept clean or are made dry to prevent electrical faults.
Okay. So, before I will come to the question, he says something about when lighting or thunder strike, it can cause or catch fire. Is it true?
It's very, very, very true. Very, very true. And so I would say, how is that possible? Okay, so when the lightning strikes, it needs, let's say, something to pass through, because lightning is also electricity. Okay. So if, let's say, the thunder strikes at your building, and let's say you don't have any protective instrument on your building, it goes straight into your electrical wirings. Okay. So imagine you have your TVs and your fridges connected, it just blows it off. And imagine you are charging your phone and you are on your phone. It will pass through the cables. And quite recently, I think last month, a young man died, I think in the Western region also. It was raining and he was on the phone. He was found the next morning with the phone on his ear, dead. So the power will just pass through the cables and then find its way to you. That's why it's important that we do our earthing in our buildings, our earthing. Because when this lightning strikes through, the extra power, the high voltage, because you have your earthing, it goes straight into the earth. So it doesn't affect you. So let's say you have your container and you have no earthing. Imagine that lightning strikes on that container, what will happen? It's already metal. It's already metal.
There's no support.
So that means everything in there, if there's somebody in there, it can be a disaster. And one of the things we also have to get, especially for high-rise buildings, are lightning rods or lightning arresters. So with that one, if let's say it's a high-rise building, you realize that there's always this small metallic rod pin on buildings. Yes. So when the lightning strikes the building, it will accept it and take it straight into the earth. So it doesn't go through your electrical gadgets or sockets at all. Yes. So it's very important that we have to get all these things. So coming to the question that you asked earlier, realize that every Saturday of every month is sanitation day.
Exactly.
But how many of us avail ourselves to help? You might feel that, then I'll sleep, I'll rest. But in the end, you realize that it finds its way to you. When let's say there's an emergency and the fire service needs to get to the emergency scene, because the roads are filled with water, we'll find it difficult to access the roads to help the person. Let's say maybe it's a house close to you. So all these things have to be checked. I was very happy when CEO brought that thing up, because it's sad. You realize that some people pick the gutters, take the rubbish out and leave it there. Then it will rain and it will go back to them. It's like we are exchanging and putting it back in, exchanging and putting it back in, which is very, very, very sad. So it's very important that we need to clear, especially if you're a business. You have these gutters in front of you. Don't wait for the government. Do it yourself. We have to help ourselves first. And if you are a business owner too, apart from your investment or the business, you also have to care for the people who are working for you. Because without them, your business is not there. So how do you care for them? Someone will say, after I pay them. So that is it. No. Yes, you can pay them all right. But also make sure that everything they are working with is safe to work with. Some people will come, mop the floor, and there's tiles. They mop the tiles, just leave it like that. No warning sign or anything. Someone will slip and fall. Unfortunately, I say that we live in a country where we go like, oh, it's not anything. They will say, Fama Nyame. But some countries, they will sue you for making them fall. But that doesn't usually happen in Ghana. But if those things start happening, maybe some businesses will be on top of their game. So take care of your workers. How do you do that? Make sure that if there's a broken wire, you fix it. If the socket is not working, you fix it. If you realize that maybe it's raining, it's leaking, make sure that you fix all those things. and make their business also comfortable. How do you make it comfortable? You create maybe avenues where workers can maybe get a small place they can rest.
Okay.
Because sometimes it can rain and you'd have to wait for hours. But because the workplace is not comfortable, we have people trying to go home in the rain. And that is where the unfortunate can happen. But if the place is comfortable, they can wait it out. And if it finishes raining, then they can go to their various homes. Okay. So this is something business owners should pay attention to. It's very necessary.
Okay, it's very necessary. And that is why we are here. Okay, so now, I'll start from you again. So what role do workers play in making these directives effective?
Okay, so workers play a very, very important role in ensuring that these directives are very effective. So let's say you're a worker, your boss or your CEO can't be around all the time. So if you see something, pass it to the right channel. Oh boss, today I saw that when I connected that socket, it was giving a sound. Report it, let the person know. You don't go and then try taking the socket out because you can change bulb at home. You think it's the same thing. No, it can take something else.
Can we get some of the pictures? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes, let's say, there was this fire we went to some time back. Their main electrical area caught fire.
Okay.
Fortunately for them, they had extinguisher around, so they were able to manage the fire before we got there. Do you know what caused the fire? It was a 4-story building, and the electrical socket was on the ground floor. You realize that there was a leakage from the top, and it had traced its way all the way into the main meter, and it was sparking. So if that leakage had been sorted out, you would see the drawings on the lights. That means I didn't start that day, but because somebody failed to report, it almost destroyed the whole hostel. So that is why as workers, we have to look out for ourselves, look out for each other, and then look out for our surroundings too.
Okay. Ben.
Workers are the first line of defense. So as workers, when we see, there was a slogan in this country that goes by, see something, say something. So if you see something, you need to say something so that it will prevent extra things that will happen. So as workers, we need to report hazards that occur in our workplaces. Maybe you've seen an faulty electrical appliance somewhere. Please report to your boss and tell your boss that, oh boss, I've seen this, so can we change it? And also as workers, we need to we need to be there for others. Because let's say there is something wrong with your co-worker. At least you need to go report to your bosses that, oh, this thing is happening to my co-worker through, let's say, maybe an electrical fault or maybe some other things. So as workers, there are so many things that we can do to make sure that safety precautions are being taken. But let me base on these two because of time.
Yes, so that's true. Okay. You want to come in?
Yes, I'd like to touch on the workers part of it. But sometimes you can be at work and then you are tired. You want to take maybe a small rest or a small nap. And some workers have a spot where they'll go and hide and maybe sleep or something. Sometimes when you are going to this place that nobody knows, you should at least tell one person that, okay, so you know something, Charlie, I'm tired, so let me go to this place and then go and rest. So in case something bad happens, somebody knows that you are there. Because let's say a fire happens and then no one knows where you are. We go inside and we start fighting the fire. But if someone knows where you are, we can come rescue you before we do what? We start fighting the fire. So it's very important that you should be free, if that's the right word, with everybody you work with, so that in case of anything, they can help you out.
Okay, so what I want to ask you, Dio, Sir Caleb, Alice, you have already answered it, or you have already educated the viewers about it, but I want you to recapitulate what I'm going to ask. You have already said it. So the question is, what happens if a company fails to comply during the rainy season?
Yes, so when a company fails to comply, that's where I said there are laws that govern what we do. So you can't tell me that, let's say you are a hotel and then you don't have any fire safety device. It's a place where people would come and rest you've built your business, you don't have any fire safety device there. It is your business, all right, though. But remember that the land is Ghana, and there are laws in the land. And the people who visit that business are Ghanaians.
Okay.
And the law is there to protect its citizens. So you can't just set up a death trap and expect that people will enter there. Then the fire service will not caution you or will not come there and inspect. Most people find it a bit odd that I've built my house. Why is fire service coming to tell me where I should put my door and where I should put that?
But in case of inferno, in case of fire outbreak, you call the fire service.
Precisely. Somebody will put on a nice structure, a nice building. You see the plan, perfect. But they don't put into consideration the safety of the people who would be in the building. That is why, before you even start your building, I always say this: bring the plan to us. We'll sit down with you. Then we'll advise you that maybe because of this, it's a 3-story building. You have only one exit. What if a fire happens and that exit is blocked? What will the other people pass? Then we advise you to make the exits 2. From there, then. But if you refuse and you put up the building, then we would lock the building and prosecute you.
Okay.
Yes. And earlier on, CEO made an example of where a building got burnt and you have to cordon off the building so no one will go back in. Sometimes when the building gets burnt, it loses its integrity.
Yes.
So let's say if somebody enters there, it can collapse. So we advise that you don't stay there, and then we make the necessary assessments.
Okay.
And sometimes too, if the fire happens, and even you're able to put off the fire, you should still invite the fire service. Because you might be able to put out the fire, but you don't know that maybe there's a particular electrical fault still lingering around. So we'll do the necessary checks and then advise you that, okay, so do this, do that. You'll be safe.
Okay, Ben.
Yeah.
Due to the time. So.
Yeah. You know, when companies don't comply to these fire safety regulations, you know, there's penalties that they have to face. Sometimes there's closure of the building, and also when there's closure, you render the people there jobless. They now have to go in searching for another job, and it becomes a burden on these people too as well. And also, when they don't comply, you know, they will face the law. As DO3 said, they will face the law and other penalties that comes with it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so now, DO3, I give you 1 minute to tell the people watching you as fire service. We are in the rainy season. You have educated them. But what is your last words for them?
Okay. All right. So my last words are many, but I'll keep it very, very short. Realize that we are in the rainy season. And someone would say, as we said earlier on, water and reindeer, why should it be a problem? But it is a very, very big issue, especially when it starts to rain, the wind starts blowing. That's when you see people running. Some of them don't even care, they just cross the road. Imagine a car knocking you, and let's say rain pouring on you. Which one would you prefer? Of course, you prefer to be wet than be found in the hospital.
Yes.
So even though it has started to rain, please be very, very vigilant whilst you are crossing the road, and then maybe finding your way to your homes. So now the rains have started. You enter into your homes, you make sure that all electrical devices are off. When there's a lightning, make sure you put off, even if possible, just switch your meter so you'll not be tempted to put anything on. Stay off your mobile devices. Put it down for that time it is raining, so that you know that you are safe. When there's a leakage somewhere, immediately the rain stops, make sure you get it fixed. All these things would help you make sure that you are safe. And if the rain comes, realize that this is the problem I'm facing. The rain stops, make sure you sort it out. Sometimes when the rain stops, you go like, oh, the rain will come back this year, so we don't mind. We just go on our daily activities. Make sure you sort it out. And when the fire service comes to you to advise and talk to you, please, all we need is your time and your listening ear, so that we can share the wonderful gospel to you. Thank you.
Okay, so they can share the wonderful gospel of the fire service. Okay, so we've talked a lot, or we've dived, and we also delved into this important topic. I hope you've taken something from what Ben has said and what those three also have said. There are a lot of things that you don't know, but today, due to this program, you got to know. So just don't listen, just don't watch, but apply what we are hearing.
Yeah, so as we are about to enter the rainy season proper, which is from June going, I would want to tell all of us to take precaution measures during this rainy season, because per what the meteo people said, this year the rain is really going to fall. So please, as you are leaving the house, please take any protective object that can protect you from the rain as you go out there. And also, if you want the best version of you, look no further than Lochu Clothing. At Lochu Clothing, we make sure we bring out that artistic figure of yours. So you can contact Lochu Clothing on 0247 250 345. 0247 250 345, and we'll sort you out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. DO3.
Yes, sir. Okay, so before we finally go, I'd like to leave this little advice here.
Okay.
If you are driving, please don't drive through puddles of water. You see that there's a water somewhere, so you just want to pass through because you realize that your car is a supercar. No car is a boat. There are some currents that can carry your car away, and we need you safe. We need to make sure that you return home safely. So if possible, park, so that when the water recedes, then you can continue your journey. It's better to get home late than to be called late. Precisely. And then do not park under trees when it's raining, because usually the wind and the rain can break off branches, which might destroy your car. And let's imagine maybe there's a person inside, it will turn to another issue. So I'd like to use the opportunity to thank you and management of Omashi, and of course my regional fire officer for this opportunity, ACFO Rashid Misao.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
What about?
Yes, and of course to the Kolebu substation safety team, Radio 1 Million, and of course Sub Bule. Yes, all right.
Okay, so viewers, what have you heard? What did you watch? And what have you taken from what we just discussed? The topic we discussed was the role of fire service directives in managing workplace safety and job security during the rainy season. You know we are all in the rainy season, and so all the directives, the advices that you have acquired from this important program that we have done, please make sure you do something about it. In our country, Ghana, we normally procrastinate. We shouldn't do that. We should use the directives that has been given to us well, so that we will be able to at least free from certain things that will not destroy our maybe companies, our houses, and what have you. So we will end the program here, but today I did this with DO3 Caleb Allison and Benjamin Lochu. My name is Ne Odai Kofi. Catch me same time next week. Bye for now.